things in you, gave you encouraging words, picked you up when you stumble, told you don't worry about it, you'll get it the next time. This is what our conversation has to be. And we also have to contribute money. You know, at one point, 6% of the alumni at Morgan gave money every year. We got it up to about 13%, but I want you to think about that. It's nothing to write home about. That means 87% don't. And yet everybody trades on the education every day and still fight about something 15 years ago. Well, you know, when I was here, I didn't really like the food. Well, you know, it took me a long time to register me when I was here, and I never got over that, really. Well, you know, they don't really write me. I said, Wendy's doesn't write you either. The Chinese food place doesn't write you. You know, you just give money. And we have, our institutions in part face trouble because we don't fight for them. We don't contribute. And every Morgan grad can give $100 a year. And if you want to know what that means, look at our president. He raised more money than in the history of presidential elections from people who gave $20 every quarter. All I can give is $20, but I'm going to give him $20 this 3 months. The next 3 months, I'm going to give him another 20. And that's all it takes. But I want to get back to this conversation about sexual assault and domestic violence because we have a role to play here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is this. What is it that we should do now? What is it that we should do right now? This constant conversation about education also has to move to the domestic violence space. It has to be a consistent, unwavering, clear message. Real men don't hit women. And we have to stop using the language of violence. I once had a room full of, well, I'll give it to you. I want you for a moment, 10 seconds, I want you to think about 2 women in your lives. 2. That meant everything. 2. That were so important to you that whatever they asked, you would do it. Now that they're firmly in mind, I want you to think of listening to some guy use the B word, the whole word. I want you to think about her being beaten in a kitchen and choked while pregnant. Because to that guy, she doesn't mean the same thing as she means to you. That's our problem. We have to have a conversation with men to say, brother, that's not cool. As Omegas, we have to have periodic forums like the one we're having today to talk about this. We need to have them with domestic violence advocacy organizations and with sexual assault advocacy organizations. I'll tell you something else we need to do. We need to transform the week of fatherhood, the week of Father's Day, transform that into the week of responsibility where we make men focus on our obligations as fathers to be better men to the women who have borne our children, whether you're with them or not. Right. To pay your child support, whether you like it or not, whether you like mom or not, and to stop this violence. We have to have these periodic forums, and we should make it a focus at Father's Day, where we ask men to take a pledge. So that becomes our educational component. We have to help our brothers who are in difficult relationships so that they don't descend into making bad decisions that are going to get them arrested and prosecuted and get women hurt. We also have to help in these forums, help young men and young women understand what is a toxic relationship. There are some people who don't need to be together. They don't. Because something ugly is going to be said early, and a fight's going to break out, and that is a toxic relationship. And we also, on an action item, we have to help domestic violence shelters. When a woman decides to leave, she generally takes a suitcase and the clothes on her back, the same for the kids. These kids are in facilities that almost look like prisons. They're underfunded. They have bars on the windows and doors. These kids don't have books. They don't have school supplies. They don't have blankets. They don't have any of the accoutrements of home. We can do something about that. We should find battered women's shelters and contribute resources to them. While women are in their transition period to a healthier life, we should be part of that as men. So what I say to you is this. We are leaders. That's who we are as Omegas. That's what the founders intended us to be. This was not a let's take everybody who wants to join organization. This has never been come one, come all. This has been an organization of men who were serious about learning, growing, and making contributions to the community. We must make our contribution to stop this violence. Certainly the founders expected nothing less from us. And in this week, where we celebrate our 103rd anniversary, where we also celebrate achievement, this is one achievement we need to celebrate next year. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Brother Harvey. No, don't speak. Come on back up. We want to thank Brother Harvey. This occasion of our Achievement Week, I think there was no better word to be said than what Brother Harvey said to us. Brother Harvey, we certainly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, coming down from New Jersey, just to celebrate with us for what we think is a worthwhile and worthy of giving us a better speech provided with all the thank you. On behalf of the Democrats, I'm also to present to Brother Harvey a plaque signifying his worthiness for being our Achievement Week speaker for 2014.